How to affirm without contradicting your affirmations. I have been asked this question in different formulations lately, and I think it's because I have mentioned Joseph Murphy, who literally says when you make your new statements of truth, which are your affirmations, make sure not to contradict them. And of course you want to know how, because your mind is contradicting your affirmations. That is exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do so that you make it work for you. If you want a more personalized help with your manifestations, please book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I currently have a few new slots available, so check it out for your time zone. And also check out the link for my full day manifestation routine course, which is a very practical course that helps you create a daily routine that melts into your daily life so that you get the work done. And a quick information, I was told by several of my viewers that up until at some point you were able to hear the auto translation of my videos into your own languages, which is not available anymore. I contacted YouTube. They told me that this is an experimental feature so far. So sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. They said that this is probably going to be permanent at some point, but for now we will have to wait a little bit. But the subtitles are still available. So I really appreciate that you are watching my content and my videos, even though English is not your first language. The subtitles should be available though. So actually let me know if that's the case. Otherwise we'll figure it out. So in order to understand why your mind contradicts your affirmations, it's very practical to know how it works. I really like the technicalities of manifestation because when you understand how it works, it also helps you understand why you are doing the work that you're doing. So in your subconscious mind, all your beliefs and assumptions are being held until it's relevant, so it comes up. This means that when you are manifesting something, first of all, the desire that you have to manifest something comes from the lack state. So the opposite state creates the desire. Neville Goddard says that, for example, when you're hungry, nobody should tell you that you should desire food. That just comes automatically because you are lacking it. Or when you're in prison, nobody should tell you that you should desire freedom. That comes automatically because of your current state of being imprisoned. And this goes for any other desire. So it's your desire for connection or communication or relationship with your specific person. It's your desire for more money or a better job or better health, etc. The desire, first of all, comes from your state which is opposing the desire, which means that your current beliefs are also opposing your desire, because if that weren't the case, you would already have the desire and we wouldn't be here talking about how to manifest it. So what this means is when you start, for example, affirming your desired outcome, and this goes, by the way, also for those of you who are visualizing. Your mind starts bringing up everything that it has that is relevant to the desire. So if you're manifesting anything related to love, your mind will bring up all your limiting beliefs and not limiting beliefs, but mostly it's the limiting beliefs that we are dealing with because we are manifesting something opposing to our current state. So it will bring up all the reasons why you can't have the love of your life because of this, because of that, because of past experiences, or why you can't have money because of this, because of that. And that is what is contradicting your affirmations. So it's important to mention also that your subconscious mind will hold all the beliefs that you currently have until you change them, which means that it's possible to change them. But if you don't change them, they will stay there. It's the same with the negative emotions that you're feeling. That is a different topic. By the way, for those who are interested, I am working on a course specifically about the negative emotions and how to be free from them. So stay tuned, because that is coming and I'm so excited to share that with you. Back to the mind and the imagination. Changing a belief or an assumption or a story is about repeatedly introducing a new belief and story or assumption that replaces the old. Old beliefs cannot just be deleted. You can't just get rid of an old belief without doing anything. You have to replace it. Replacing it is the only way to get rid of a belief or an assumption. And you replace it by repeatedly introducing the new belief that you want to replace it with. This means that you are going to do this process until your mind gets used to it. Which means that when you're affirming and your mind comes up with all these excuses as to why your affirmation can't be true, it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's not because you're bad at manifesting. You're doing the right thing. Your mind is just going to come up with the things that it's already used to. This is a habit. Your old beliefs are a habit, and now you're creating a new habit by introducing your mind to a new belief or an assumption. So what you need to do, let's start with what you shouldn't do. What you shouldn't do, and what a lot of people are doing, and it's not your fault, is when the opposing belief comes up and contradicts your beautiful affirmation, is you give into it. You believe it. The negative story is so good at convincing you, and that is only because you are used to it. You have had the experience and you have had this thought for quite some time, and you are used to it. That is why it seems so believable. But you need to realize that that's just a habit. It's just because you're used to that thought that it seems so true. And that is the reason a lot of people give up and go, yeah, what's the point? I will never have this person because of XYZ. I will never have the money, the health, the whatever I'm manifesting because of XYZ, because this is true. It has been my experience. The truth is that your past experience has nothing to do with your present and future experience. It's just that it stays there, the belief stays there, it continues manifesting. So what not to do is to give in the negative thought and just let that be, accept that as final. Even though you might have that right in front of you in the 3D, it doesn't matter. The 3D is a manifestation of those old assumptions anyway. So the 3D is really useless information unless you want to use it as feedback that, okay, I have this limiting belief, so that this is what I need to change. Other than that, it's useless information for your manifestation. So what you need to do is, instead of giving into the negative thoughts that come up and contradict your affirmations, is to simply direct your mind back to the affirmation as though it's true. And of course, at first, you're not going to believe it. It's normal. If you don't believe it, even if you don't believe you can manifest it or it can be manifested at all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you continuously introduce to your mind as true. Your mind only knows what you tell it. That's all. And your mind doesn't know the difference between something real or something imagined. It's all the same. You think or imagine it enough times, it's going to accept it as true and manifest. So, an important thing to mention here is that when you do this over and over again, you create a new habit, and at some point, your mind is not going to come up with all these negative stories about why you can't have it, because now you have created a new habit. So what Joseph Murphy means when he says not to contradict your affirmations, he actually also mentions that when the mind brings up these negative stories, negative beliefs, make sure to not finish the negative statement and give it time and space in your mind, which sometimes we do. So if you do that, don't worry. You can start where you realize that you did it and shift your focus. It's simply about bringing your focus back to the affirmations again and again and again until your mind starts getting used to it. It's literally about creating mental habits. When your mind starts getting used to this new belief, you start relaxing about it, resistance fades away, it starts feeling like it's believable, it could happen, or, it's a calmer state, and it can be different for all of you watching, but the state is, it goes from I can't have it to, yeah, why not? And all the different forms of it. So when that happens, I promise you, your mind will not bring the old story again, because you destroy the old story by bringing up your beautiful new story. So it's simply about persisting in it, not giving in to the old. And like Joseph Murphy says, if possible for you, if you remember it in the moment, don't even finish the negative statement. Realize that this is just my old beliefs, old chatter that just comes up because it's used to it. You can recognize it as the old story and even say, yeah, I know I believed this at some point, but this is not my reality anymore. My reality is, and then go back to your affirmation, or you can simply just dismiss it, but still come back to your affirmations. Not contradicting your affirmations is not something that can happen like this, although it is a possibility. I don't want to give you a limiting belief that it's going to take a long time. It doesn't take a long time. It's simply about choosing one over the other. But what I'm trying to say is that if it doesn't happen from the first time you affirm your affirmations, don't start thinking that you're doing it wrong or it's not working. It's working. It's just a matter of creating a habit. And this goes quicker when you don't have a negative story. You probably all have consciously manifested, things that have come to you quickly because you didn't really have a negative story. When you don't have a negative story, there's nothing contradicting your new desire. Or the negative story is not a big deal. Not the negative, the old story you have about it is not a big deal. It's not that important, so it's not really bugging you that much. But with these important topics, the topics that we have close to our heart, they can come up and annoy the heck out of us when we are manifesting. So you get rid of it. We get rid of it by replacing it over and over until at some point this old story is gone. You don't have to do this forever, but you need to persist until your mind accepts the new. Once that's done, you're free from this old story for good, because now you have replaced it. Now you have a different belief instead of the old one. And it stays there and it starts manifesting on autopilot again until you change it. Beliefs stay in your subconscious mind until you change it. And this is the way to change a belief. Goes the same for those of you who are visualizing instead of manifesting, because even with visualization, your mind brings you back to the old story, then this isn't true. Same happens with revision. Same happens with every single technique you can think of, because habits, because mental habits. It's just about bringing it back to your desired outcome. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed it and this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any other question about affirming, contradicting, etc. If you need a more personalized help, please book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. Again, I have a few slots available, newer times available. Check it out for your time zone, and also check out my full day manifestation routine course. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.